All right, I have hit the live button. It says that we're live. Hello, everybody. My name is Carrow Brown. I am an urban fantasy author. I'm also the executive assistant over at LaterPress. And if you guys could do me a favor and let me know that you see and hear me, that would be great. I am quickly taking a moment because I was in the middle of a troll, and I'm not quite done with the troll yet. Okay, wait. Okay, we're done. I finished it. I have finished this current troll that I'm going to be doing to my dear friend, A Drink with Crazy. So what I have done, and if you would love to follow, I would love it if you guys would follow me on Twitter on this account. But for those of you who are not aware, Royce, who is the host of A Drink with Crazy, made the mistake of saying that he might get his wife a goat, and I have been on a quest to help him get this goat for his wife in some shape or form. And for the most part, I just remind him on Wednesdays because, that's the time I allocated for it. But I decided that that was not enough. So now I have a dedicated Twitter account to this cause. If you guys would like to follow me on the dedicated Twitter account, that would be great. I'm going to put the link in here. And then as we move forward, I will make sure that this channel gets plenty of good engagement. But the first thing I probably need to do is actually follow Drink with Crazy on here. So hold on. Drink with Crazy. One. Where'd you go? I have been haunting this poor man. It is true. I can't. Drink with Crazy Twitter. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh, no, that is definitely not a Drink with Crazy. I think it's a Drink with Crazy one at the end, isn't it? I appreciate you guys letting me have the squirrel moment. Like, this is very important to me. Let's see. Mr. Drinks on me. Hyper Beast. Oh, come on, y'all. Drink with Crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go to his Twitter account. Hold on. Or not his Twitter account, his YouTube channel. Bear with me. Drink with Crazy. Okay. Almost done. Feel free to share what you guys are working on in the comment section. I will go through them in just one hot minute. I don't mean to keep you guys on read like this. I really do appreciate your patience with my my cause here. Man, it's not working. Okay. I'm gonna have to prioritize. I'm gonna have to do this later. It's fine. Okay, so anyway, hello. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. That makes me very, very happy. So let me go ahead and say hello to a couple of the folks that came into the chat. And also, as you guys can tell, we are going to be talking about creating characters. For those of you who will be partaking of the National Novel Writing Month Challenge, also known as NaNoWriMo, I like to ask questions prior to starting us writing the book to get your brains moving a little bit on that. And one thing I think I'm going to do real quick is turn this background music down just a little tiny bit because I can't hear myself. All right, there we go. So we'll be talking about characters, what makes characters, all that jazz. So let's see. Stacy was here. Stacy popped in early to boop the like button. Thank you very much, Stacy. And is heading out to trunk or treat. Oh, that's so much fun. I love that you guys are doing that. Let's see. My youngest is currently obsessed with Ladybug, so she is Ladybug, and I will be dressed as Cat Noir. Oh, that's from the French show, isn't it? The French CG one, I think. I haven't seen it, other than some screenshots from Pinterest. Sky is here. Hello, Sky. Hit that like button and running around doing things until the stream starts. Stream has started. Now what are you doing, Sky? Hail the Lore is here, and even more glorious before Hail the Lore has gotten his name back. I'm so happy for you. Bless you on this fine Sunday. Bless you as well, sir. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with us today. Sky says, my keyboard is working and I had to restart my computer and resync it twice, but it's working. Oh my goodness. I had such terrible issues with my computer last night in the middle of my D&D game. Like my headset kept disconnecting and then the speakers would come in through the monitor. And at one point I just gave up and I started gaming from my cell phone. It was just bleh, bleh, bleh. Mama Ward is here. Hello, Mama Ward. Hope you're doing well. I have finished my info stream and time to join. Oh, good. I think I saw the video where you were talking about KDP. I wanted to click it and I wanted to watch it, but I'm going to have to do it after the stream because priorities. Says the person that literally was late starting the stream because she had to troll somebody. I understand the hypocrisy. I do. Also, if you guys could help support me on the GoFundMe Twitter account, that would be amazing. Thank you. And the CB is here. Hello, CB. What are you working on today? You've been haunting that poor man. I have, and I will continue to do so. See, what you guys don't understand is that when I really like you, I troll you to no end. But I try to do it in moderation because I still need you to be my friend. So usually his day is on Wednesdays, but I just want to go a little further. It's going to be fun. Andrew is here. Hello, Andrew, with the spiffy avatar. Look at that. He's got himself looking like the Flash. Hope you are doing well, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Melissa is here. Hello, everyone. I'm glad I caught the stream. I'm glad you caught the stream as well. I know you are a very busy person. I can only see you for a couple of comments, but, I take what I can get. Spence is here. Hello, duckies. Hello, Spence. I hope you're doing well. I would send that goat to his house with the news crew. Like, this man adopted this one-eyed goat. I'm deciding between 2 projects to work on today. I may work on the shorter one. Kane is here. Hello, Kane. Let's see. I miss playing D&D. Justin's now in a second group. I need to find peeps to play with. Well, if you have time and you want to maybe join us, I can talk to our GMs and see if you like that. Key is here. Hello, Key. Greetings and hallucinations to you. Let's see. CB, I'm back. I had to cut on my scalp that I'm currently icing. That sounds... Are you okay? Like, that sounds not good. Please tell me you're okay. I am working on watching on... I have no idea. You were working earlier today. You already hosted your own stream. By the way, if you guys want extra streams, let me find that linky link real quick, because Kate is usually doing the good work of letting everybody find other people who are streaming. Bless the people that maintain the spreadsheet. If you would like to find other people who are streaming, there is a link there in the comments section that you can go and hang out and support those folks as well. They are all good people, I believe. Oh man, this is an alphabetical order. Oh, I love it. Oh, love alphabetical order. It makes me so happy. Let's see. I'm working on a Marvel fan fiction. Nice. Working on finishing up this novella so I can start the rewrites on another book. Oh, fantastic. Has goats among other critters. It is a small cut. Okay, well, fine. Okay, fine. As long as you're not too neat. But I'm terrible for stitching at the stupid... Oh, scritching. Okay, I understand. Yeah, my dad and I have that too. Like, we'll suddenly like scratch something and we'll pull away and like blood all over because we just like hit like a nick or something. Oh, it's not my favorite. Let's see. Hail the Lord says, watching 2007 Devil May Cry anime series. Oh, let me know if it's good. Spence says, I'm currently working on kitchen witchery stuff and maybe writing. Maybe, just maybe. I finished getting the chili for tomorrow set up. So I thought that was going to take me longer, but I'm going to have to go back and check on it because I did like a test on it before. It wasn't quite to my standard, but it's one of those things that you tweak until it's perfect. Sky says, I think I might watch some links that you sent me. Yes. I was telling Sky about this new software that I was using to try and organize my life, because if you guys are not aware, I use Notion to the point where it started to lag. So I had to find something else that wasn't lagging. And I'm 2 weeks into this current program, and so far I'm liking it, but it's one of those things where I have to give it like I have to test it for like 4 weeks before I really know if I'm going to stick with it or not. So that is going to be that. If I like it enough, I'll probably do a video and I'll explain how to use it as a writer, because a lot of the people that use this software are actually like engineers. And I love engineers. They're very insightful, very wise, and, articulate. But the way that they want to describe things to writers sometimes doesn't line up. So I would be doing it from that standpoint. So hopefully it would be useful. And maybe reorganize my desk. Okay, I'm not going to lie, this desk needs to be cleaned. You guys can't see it. I've just got stuff everywhere. My other desk has a whole bunch of yarn on it because this year I'm determined to knit scarves for all my friends for Christmas. So there's just yarn all over the place. It's not a mess. It's just, it's a yarn thing. Let's see, Mama Ward says, ran to get coffee and then the mail lady came. Oh, okay, cool. And Spence says, I've become obsessed with Notion. I love Notion. I can't believe I made it lag though. Like the moment it started to lag, and it wasn't just like lagging on the computer, it lagged on my phone as well. Like at one point I was waiting for like the pages to populate, and I was standing there for like a whole 2 minutes and it didn't happen. I was like, I can't do that. So we'll see how it goes. My uncle is a sound. You understand my approach to wanting to explain it. So Hail of the Lore says Devil May Cry series is pretty much killing a new demon each episode, but it's actually really good. Oh, good. We love that. Let's see. I have 3 different Notion tabs open right now. It's fair. I'll have to check out Notion. I have 2 videos on it if you want to look at it, and how I typically would use it, and then I'll probably do a video about this current thing that I'm using, and we'll play it from there. But you guys didn't come here to just listen to me talk. I mean, maybe you did. If you did, I appreciate it. Thank you. But we also came here to get some stuff done today. So I am going to be working on editing 2 chapters because I have a deadline with my editor for the book I did with Sky and Mama Ward for that book a week challenge. And he gave me until November 5th, and I told him to not be gentle with me on that due date. So that's pretty much like, he's like, if you think you can get it done by this time, I'll be waiting. And I was like, please hold that spot for me. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to come in here and get this set up for me to start working in here, because I didn't do that. I didn't set myself up for success, my friends, but I will now. All right, so if you are new here, one of the things that I like to do is I like to make sure that we have, what's the word I was going to use? Not a topic, focus, an objective. We'll use objective. That's the bigger word that we'll use. I like to have an objective with our conversations, and so like the scrolling thing below says, we're going to be talking about how to create characters in our stories. And I'm going to be asking a couple of questions about how you want to create characters, because the way that you might create a character might give insight or help somebody else who is working on a character right now. And we're going to go ahead and grab the first question. And I'm going to leave it up. And what I ask is that when you answer the question is just to put, you can either put like an A or a Q in front of it. And just that way, as you guys have conversations, I can find your answer a lot faster. If I skip your answer when I go do the read through, just give me a gentle reminder. I don't do it on purpose. It's just I'm trying to read through things. So the first question that we're going to ask is going to be, do you plan your characters out or learn about them as you write? So do you plan them or do you pants them, right? So that is going to be the first one. And we'll go ahead and we'll start this first sprint. So we're going to spend 20 minutes working on whatever project it is that we want to be working on, whether it be something in the kitchen, maybe you're cleaning your desk. I'm going to be editing this manuscript, whatever suits your fancy. We'll do that for 20 minutes. Come back, take a break for how many minutes did I set this for? 10. Okay. So we're going to take a break for 10 minutes and then basically repeat that 3 more times. So I will go ahead and let me see. Just want to make sure I got everything set up because I will forget something. That's that. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do this first sprint. And we are going to start the sprint in 3, 2, 1. And I will talk to you guys in 20. with time, feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I managed to get the worst of the typos out of chapter 4, which was a humbling experience. That's kind of the downside of the way that I rapid draft, is that there's just a ton of typos that sit in there and stay until I come in and fix them. But they're gone now for the most part, so that's victory for us today. And I had exactly 45 seconds left, so I went in to make sure that the GoFundMe account was in fact following Royce's Twitter account. So I'm very happy today. It's working very well. Oh, but while you guys are going ahead and sharing your progress, I'm going to find the answer to the question that we had, which again is going to be, do you plan your characters out, or do you learn about them as you write? So let me scroll up real quick and see what I can find. CB says, I tend to learn about them as I write, but I've only created 3 characters, a neurodivergent 16-year-old with a rare disorder, and an 18-year-old girl and a social worker. That's fair. Mama Ward says, I create very detailed personality profile and interview them before I write. If I have a secondary or a side character that I need, I will just interview them. FYI, I also write their death scenes. Oh my goodness. You said that you did a Substack on that, so if you want to share that, go ahead and throw that in the comments, Mama Ward. Let's see. CB says, technically, the 16-year-old is ageless. Oh, okay. She's been Simpsoned. Misty Kate is here. Hello, Misty Kate. Sorry I'm late. Been looking up Halloween recipes on Pinterest. Oh, the Pinterest. You know what happens when you go to the Pinterest? You go there looking for one thing. Next thing you know, you've got salads in mason jars. Let's see. Key says, yes, there's a rough plan to my characters, but all too often my characters develop in ways I don't expect, and sometimes that background character steps forward and takes over. Never know what's going to happen. Sky says, I know the basics about my main characters before I start, but I learn as I go, and I learn everything about the side characters as I go. All right. Hail the Lore says, for me, it's a mixture of both. I plan out characters' main mission or objective first. I come up with their particular personality after, and then I usually figure out while writing. See how they come to life. Thank you for sharing the stream, Hail the Lord. That was very kind of you. And I don't know if Royce is still here, but I've stalked him appropriately on this other account, so that makes me happy. Barrett is here. Hello, Barrett. For one, it's a combo of both. I do learn more as I construct the story, and I made up some characters when I got deep into writing my novel, but I had an outline for the main characters. Okay, cool. Everybody saying hi to Royce. Sky says, I'm making social media graphics. Ooh. And then, let's see. Kane says, I wing the personality, but I always have a theme. Oh, that's good. I like that. CB says, 1,662 words. Some of those words are copy-pasted. Okay. I was about to say, like, man, you're like a machine. Whoa. Misty Kate says, I'm still on there. Oh, no. Did you get the salads in the mason jars yet? And then for anybody who wants to read the article that Mama Ward wrote, it is right there. Please feel free to click sub and all that fun stuff. I think I'm getting close to a year or 2 year. Oh. I have been posting on Substack for a very long time at this point, and it's usually I try to either do it about writing craft or I try to do it about writing related news at this point. So if anybody's interested in my 2 cents about various topics, feel free to go and check that out at your leisure. Let's see. CB says, I'm watching Daredevil Marvel series. Nice. Now following the GoFundMe account. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's see. My word. As writers, we tend to self-insert a bit, but to be honest, I have written several characters who don't like coffee or chocolate. I like that. That's really smart. I put a goat picture on the GoFundMe account. Thank you. I saw it, I liked it, and responded accordingly. Let's see. Carrow School on Substack is great. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I try to put some evergreen stuff on there while addressing other things as well. So it kind of depends on what's going on. I know when the conversation with the AI came up, I did a whole bunch of research, and I think the thing that kind of got me about like the AI being used for writing, because like on one side, people were using it for like content ideas, which I mean, like, that's kind of like a whatever burger. but it was the people who were using it to write children's books. And so, like, the one thing that I always tell folks is, like, this is, like, as low as it's going to get, right? So if it's writing children's books today and it's hitting all the major story beats and all of that, then it's gonna continue to learn, it's gonna evolve, and at one point, we're gonna have to advertise our stories as, like, free-range organic stories or something. But, it's one of those things where it's like you need to understand it to learn either how to work with it or what it can't do so you can get it out of the way. I know people who do, like, the typical website copywriting stuff are probably gonna be really boned in that department because it can do copywriting like nobody's business. But one thing I thought was interesting, maybe you guys saw my short on it, was when I was talking about how Amazon was requiring that you tick a box, indicating if you used AI to assist you with the writing whatsoever. And I have to go read the fine print on that because, and the reason I say that isn't because of the graphics or anything else, but because technically Grammarly is an AI, right? And so if we use Grammarly to help fix the typos like I just did right now, then that's technically AI assisted, right? So I haven't read the fine print on the TOS on all of that, so I want to go find out and take a look at it and just see kind of like where it's saying that you can use it, can't use it. If somebody else already knows, let me know. I'm very curious. And then, oh, you talked about, let me see. Let's see, on my video today, I talked about my discussion with Kitty P Rep about AI. Okay, then I'm definitely going to look at that. But yeah, I still want to go and read that because that's one thing, because we're so used to using like Grammarly and autocorrect and things like that that we keep forgetting that that is technically an AI assisted program. So let's see. Barrett says, I use ChatGPT to help me with world building a fantasy universe. Oh, that's interesting. Like, I have questions, but I need to see what's been said real quick. I'm back late from the sprint. I got medicine chicken going and some rice and beans in the cooker. I also did a few dishes and gazed into the fridge like it was new, like it knew what I was supposed to do. Oh, that's amazing. Technically, using a grammar aid or formatting aid is considered okay, but using AI is totally right is not kosher. Okay. Yeah, because I know at one point they had to go, was it like on Amazon, they had like their top 100 books, and then they had to take 80 of them off because they're all AI written. So it's going to be interesting. This is where we are right now. It will be exciting. Exciting stuff. So, but let's pretend like I've actually hosted a stream before and go ahead and get the next question up. Also, if you guys have not done so already, please take a moment to save your work, move your shoulders around, check your posture, shake your fingers out a little bit. If you don't have any water, then go get some. If you have some water, take a sip of it. Keep yourself hydrated. So that's up. There's your PSA there. Now, the second question that we're going to focus on for our next sprint is going to be, what is the first aspect of a character you focus on and why? So everybody likes to focus on like different things when they're fleshing out characters. Mama Ward says she likes to do personality interviews and things like that. For me, I tend to actually focus on oh my goodness, I can't use words. I like to focus on their diction. So I like to focus on the way that they talk, the kinds of words that they use, because that is, I guess, its own kind of personality in itself. But the way that characters speak and how they speak is something that is a priority for me, because I want them all to sound different. I don't want it to be like The Killing Floor, where every character, even the one Chicago cop that comes to this backwater town, all sound like they came from the same place. So that's just me being a little fussy. But let me go ahead and get this moved over, because now I am going to move on to chapter 5 and edit that. So I got to grab that. Oh, this is a big chapter. Oh my goodness, this chapter is huge. Is it huge? Wow, it is. I wrote a very lengthy chapter. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should combine this into the previous one, but that's a question for future me to figure out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start this next 20 minutes in just a short little bit. When you guys are done, or rather when we're done with the sprint, we will go over the questions, share our progress, and all that jazz, and then we're going to do it again. It will be great. So this is sprint 2 out of 4, and we'll go ahead and start that right now, and I'll talk to you guys in 20. All right, that was time. Feel free to share what you did and how you did. That bird sound actually made me jump. Go me. Ah. Okay, I managed to get through chapter 5, and I think I will try working on chapter 6. I wouldn't mind pushing forward just so that way I can identify all of the areas that need some TLC before I send this out. So that is what I am doing. I'm gonna pull that back up. All right, there we go. So let's see what answers we got while you guys share your progress. I am going to change this banner because I'm going to act like I still know what I'm doing here. So if you guys have not saved your work, please save your work. Make sure that you are moving, adjust your posture, unclench your jaw, drink some water, do all of that, pretty please. All right, so the answer to my second question, which is what is the first aspect of a character you focus on and why, is first answered by Sky. Oh wait, no, I guess it was Barrett. Yeah, for me, it's how they fit into the main story. Okay, that's good. Sky says, I focus on the character's outward appearance at first because I'm a visual person, even if I can't see the characters as more than silhouettes in my head. Hail the Lore says, I focus on my character's motivations first. It's the most important part of the story. Why does this character think X is so important, and why should the reader also care about X thing? Yeah, that's fair. Motivation, inspiration, agency. Yep, always good stuff. CB says, physical appearance. Constant procrastinator McMohonan walked into my mind fully formed. She is 6'1" and has waist-length curly red blonde hair and bright green eyes. Oh man, she's dynamic looking then. Mama War says their feelings during the interactions with others. Let's see. And then Key says, history. We are the results of what we have experienced. A character who grew up the youngest in a family isn't like one who grew up as an only child. Sometimes that difference is important. Very true. I grew up, I have siblings, but I mostly grew up on my own because my siblings didn't appear on this earth until I was already like 16, right? And my husband, however, had brothers that he grew up with. And you can always tell right away because when he and I are eating, he's always like, share your food with me. And I'm always like, no, right? But I always do end up sharing the food because at one point, he's used to having things being shared where I'm kind of like, this is mine. Like, you can't just take my stuff, right? Yeah, little small things like that. I'm glad that you saw that there is a new account. I am looking forward to showing you what I plan to do with that account if you're here. I know you're doing your own stream right now. Let's see. Barrett says I'm working on the section 6, chapter 1 of my nonfiction book. Oh, nice. Let's see. Congrats on finishing 4 and 5. Thank you. Working through an in-depth beta reading project. Oh, I have to give somebody feedback. I was beta reading somebody's work. Where's my to-do list? Give feedback. Sorry. Quick derail because if I don't give this guy the feedback, I'm gonna feel like an absolute toad. I guess we'll call that beta reading. Yep, I have a tag for that. Send feedback. Okay. I'm pretty much reading 1 chapter a week and giving my feedback, so I just want to make sure that I do that. All right. Anyway, thank you, Mama Ward, for helping me be a better person by reminding me of that. Working through an in-depth beta reading project, and while I enjoy all the historically accurate data, I worry a normal reader will be put off by it. That's fair. Let's see. I have 1 of 3 posts scheduled. I'm finishing creating them the last sprint. Oh, nice. It's impressive that you can write so much in 10 minutes. I don't know if I'm able to write. Well, I mean, I edited. That's really what I was doing. So I was just kind of reading and like just tweaking things. But I know everybody else here is like writing machines. Like you guys are like amazing. Barrett, I have 2 sisters. I'm sorry. Rose is here. Rose, I made an account just for you. I made it on the Twitter. If your husband hasn't told you about it, you'll find out about it real soon. I've always been taking Royce's food. I've never learned. Say Spence. A2. The lie they tell themselves, it's important for me to figure out their vibe and energy. Yes, I also agree. Oh, good, he did show you. Absolutely outstanding. I have plans for that Twitter handle. Anyway, redirecting myself. Um, but the lie that they tell themselves if they're gonna have like that kind of character arc is really important because that's part of the arc itself. It's that thing that they challenge themselves to overcome and be a better person. I think the only oh no, Batman has a lie he tells himself. But Batman's always been kind of like a neutral character. Like Batman doesn't really change, but the world around Batman changes more often. At least that's when people ask me for a neutral character, that's the first one that I give an example of. I have two sisters and don't share my food. Oh, well, maybe it's just my husband. Maybe my husband just wants my food. Maybe wrote 183 words. I am an only child and I do not actively share my food. I also do not actively share my food. It is not something I want to do. Hail the lore says I am the oldest out of 4. Brave soul. And I am glad I'm an only child. Don't get me wrong, I love my family. I think that they're wonderful. I'm just like, it actually came from my cousins. That's what happened. I don't want to throw my cousins under the bus. But my cousins, when I grew up and they would want to see my stuff, they would always break it. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I had like this really cool loom machine, and one of my cousins asked if she could use it, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then, like, sure enough, she broke it. Like, I spent the following morning like fixing it. And then another time I had like this kind of cool dancing doll thing, and my cousin, again, another cousin, took it and said it's not moving right, and literally broke the leg out of the socket. And it was so interesting because each time my cousins break my stuff, they just kind of hand it back to me and walk off. So, side note, I don't send them any gifts or anything. So, that's where maybe that's where it comes from. I have family that likes to break my stuff, and so because of that, I don't like to share. I wonder what that character arc would look like. Learning to share. Sharing is caring. I don't know if sharing is caring because I don't want the flu or germs. I don't want that to be shared with me. Maybe I'll do like a little cute comic about sharing is caring. That could be interesting. All right, anyway, focusing again. Let's see. I am the oldest of 6 and have been in charge of the cousins and foster kids, so taking charge and taking the blame was wired into me at a young age. Years of therapy helped me, but still a little OCD. Oh dear. Let's see. Kane says what their problem is because that's compelling. I'm a sucker for difficulty and the human experience. Well, we like it. Batman has severe trauma from when he witnessed his parents' murder. I agree that he has trauma, but what is the character arc? That is the question. This is why he doesn't change. So smallpox is Devil's Air is here late, but here. I appreciate you showing up. But how about responsibility is caring or sincere apologies are caring? Maybe. I should probably finish my current projects before I make a story about sharing is caring. But I will think about it. If I really want to do it, I will probably still be thinking about it tomorrow. That tends to be how it works. I'm not always like a super big fan of like the advice that Stephen King gives when it comes to writing, but I do know that one of his comments along the lines of if an idea really is good to you, you're going to remember it later. And he's kind of saying that to counter the folks that every time they get like a what if idea, they write it down kind of thing. So, okay, now we have a discussion about the Batman. Lie he tells himself is that he can make a difference both as Bruce Wayne and as Batman. But that, I don't know, is it? Okay, I'm going to get way too deep into this. We're going to focus. I'm going to redirect myself and act like I've run a stream before, and I'm going to go ahead and get out the second question. All right, so the second question when we're talking about making characters is which character traits are you over/dislike and why? So it's like this is a thing that you see in a character and you're like, I'm just done. Like, I just want to know. And the reason I'm asking that is because identifying what it is that we dislike about characters also kind of like makes us aware of what it is that we like. So kind of, making that defined difference and listing it out articulately. That's my big word for the day. So I'm going to change that banner because we are, again, going to start this sprint here in a moment. So Oh, so we are on sprint 3. It's going to start here in a couple of seconds, and then we will share our progress, do one more sprint after that, and then we are done for the day. So I'm going to talk to you guys in 20. That's fine. That was for sure what you did, how you did, and all of that good stuff. I have started to work on correcting the worst typos for chapter 7, so I like my progress, so I'll probably finish this by the end of the next sprint, and I will be ahead of my personal editing schedule, so that way I can give this to the developmental editor, and hopefully it will not be garbage. We will find out. Never really know until somebody tells you. So while we wait to have everybody's progress, I'll go ahead and read some of the answers that were shared from you in regards to the question of which character trait are you over and dislike and why. I am over and I dislike moral superiority. I really can't stand it because every time I see it with a character in a book, they have to brag about it. And if you have to talk to somebody about how much better you are than them, than actually showing them that you're better than them, then I'd rather just see it. Like, don't have somebody stand on their podium and just talk. And the reason I say that is because one of the books I finished recently had a character that was morally superior to everyone else, and unfortunately, this character was also the main character, and he liked to go on rants, and these rants were very long. And at one point in the book, I was hoping he would die, so I would not have to hear another one of these rants. So. Let's see. But that's me. Thank you for listening to my thing. Let me change this banner real quick. If you guys have not saved your work, please save your work. If you have not moved around, take a moment to move around. Roll your shoulders, wiggle your fingers, unclench your jaw, sip some water. Hydration is important. So let's take a look. Okay, so Mama Ward said, I hate adult characters who act overly immature, but that is because I was caring for siblings at 5 and paying the mortgage, groceries as a young teenager. My life made me a jaded reader. Spence says, an overabundance and irony. If your character is too cool for school, you're fighting an uphill battle with me. Let's see. Oh, Mama Ward's got an example. I especially struggle with dystopia YA because if a person grew up in that world, they should know how to function in it. Just from Divergent was the only one who got a pass because the writer showed how sheltered her life was before she joined Dauntless. Okay. CB says, I really don't like characters who act jealous or who do something out of spite. Example, couldn't back revealing. Oh, yeah. See, Key says, the chosen one. Honestly, I'm happy with the guy who happened to stumble into a pile of crap and is trying his best to not get killed. Much more interesting. Hail the Lord says, the chosen one is played out, honestly. It's especially used today in woke culture for every single female character. Well, they gotta be special. Can't just be any girl. Gotta be the girl. Gotta be the chosen girl. Let's see. Sky says, bullying just because one can. Give me a tragic backstory and re-information if you want, but I hate characters who are just a-holes because they want to and don't have repercussions. That's fair. Let's see. Few characters are truly evil. Let's see. Barrett says, worked on the conclusion a good bit. Good job. I hope that works out for you. Let's see. CB wrote 77 words. Fantastic. Kane said, too good for their own good. Let's see. If you have to talk about it to justify it, it's basically not true. Yeah. And I guess that's also kind of going back to the thing that I don't dislike. I guess it has roots in real life too, because if people have to talk about like all this good stuff that they're doing to their friends, it feels like they're doing it for like social points rather than doing it for a good cause. So like when I go out and I volunteer or I donate money and stuff like that, I don't go and talk about it. I just let it be what it is. But I see some people who pretty much walk around with like billboards being like, I'm such an awesome person. Look at how many points I earned today. Ta-da! Like, that's just me though. Let's see. Key says, I got 0 work done. I was hijacked by a cat. Not the cat. Oh my goodness. Not the cat. Lucky is the person whose heart is owned by a cat. Oh man. I used to have cats. And then I got dogs. No, I'm sticking with dogs. So this house actually used to have a cat in it. I I can't smell the cat. They actually did a good job of cleaning everything to make sure that there was no pet smell here in the house, but there were definitely cats here. There's a couple of indicators. But you would it's one of those things that you would only know if you owned cats. So, let's see. Sky says, "Finished the October post and now designing November post." Oh my goodness, you're getting ahead of yourself. I have not even planned out my November stuff. All I know for sure is that I will probably doing Power Hour again. So if anybody wants to do Power Hour with me in November, I will be doing that again this year. At first I was like, no, I will never do it again. It was terrible, blah, 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 blah. But the only reason it was terrible was because I literally started doing Power Hour while I had COVID and the COVID bug. So it's like, if you go and watch like the beginning videos when I'm trying to talk, it's like all raspy and like, so that wasn't really great. But yeah, I think I'm going to do it again. But I won't be doing it at like 4 Central. I'll probably be doing it later for the people who are like further like towards the Pacific time zones. So maybe I think I'll probably do it before bedtime. Mostly because sometimes my boss likes to stream when I'm trying to stream, and I try to moderate his streams when I can. So I'll probably do like Power Hour like around like 8 or something. So we'll see how that goes. I'll do Power Hour and then I'll go to bed. Fantastic timing. Works great. So let's see. Mama Ward says, I am traveling way too much in November to have anything accomplished. I love how you say you're not going to do something and then end up immediately changing your mind. To be fair, Sky, to be fair, it's been almost a year. I have not immediately changed my mind. I thought about it for a good 8 months. That's what happened. But that's just me. And I think the whole reason I did it was because I had a couple people say like, that was great, it helped me get there. And you know what? If it's only like me and 3 other people who are like getting shit done, then let's do it together at that point. So that's me doing my thing. But you are absolutely right. I do have a tendency of saying, I will never do this thing again. I hate it. And then like a couple months later, it's like, hey, we're back. We're doing the thing again. But we're doing it different. So I own it. Okay, that's my character flaw. I have several. That is one of them. Jess is here. Hello, Jess. You have come in at the perfect time to finish our last sprint. It will be great. We will do this strong, guys. We will do this strong. You might be able to join the Power Hour. Yes, I will do it later. I think I am going to do it later. Wait, what is this? A new mic. Yes, this is a new mic. Hello. Look, everybody. It's new. It even glows. It's amazing. But one of the reason it glows is because when I mute it, the light goes off, so at least I know it's not there. But after the last stream where nobody could freaking hear me, I was like, you know what, we're done. And I just ordered it and got it overnight because I just want to be heard, okay? I just want people to hear me. See, Carrow works like I do. Maybe, nah, wait, yes. Actually, no, that's on brand. That sounds about correct. Yes, that is me. Let's see. You have the same mic. Twinning. Outstanding. I love it. I'm sorry, CB. I'm sorry. Because time zones. Those time zones are, yes. I think I do like being in Central more than I did in Mountain Time, but at the same, I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. It's been 2 years. I haven't made up my mind yet. Let's go ahead and get started, though. Let me get us ready for the next sprint because we have exactly 1 minute, and that's how long it takes me to get my stuff together. So the final question. This is actually one of my favorite questions to ask. Is what is the key advice you would give to another writer about creating a character? So if you could only say one thing, right? Not like lots of things, but just like the one thing that you wanted to pass on to somebody else, what would that thing be, right? So for me, I would tell them that they need to definitely make sure that they do the character arc lie, right? Like you definitely need to do that because nobody likes a stagnant character. They like a character with agency and they like to watch characters grow, right? Or see some kind of struggle, right? So that would be my big key point. And there is, what is it? The Creating Character Arcs by K.A. William? I can't remember the name. Hold on. I'm really bad with names sometimes. Let's see, creating character arcs, which is really funny because I actually bought a book to give away in one of my newsletters and nobody claimed it. I was like, I'm ready to send you the book. And they were like, nah, I'm okay. Okay, but I'm going to pause this timer because I do want to give you guys this link real quick. Um, so creating character arcs by K.M. Wildland. Okay, I almost got it. Okay, so that is the book that talks all about doing that. If that's something that you were interested in and want to add another craft book to your author library, and I don't know why I just closed Grammarly, but I'm going to open it back up. It's a good thing it saves on the cloud. Oh my goodness. And then we are going to go ahead and do this very final sprint. This is it. Once we're done with this today, we are done for the day. And then we'll disperse into whatever corner of the internet or the world that we go into and have a great day. That's what we're going to do. So I will go ahead and start this again. And again, final sprint. Do as much as you can, do what you can, and have fun with it. And I am going to talk to you guys all in 20 minutes. did it. We're done. We have done a full 2 hours of writing sprints. Well done, my friend. If you did writing. If you didn't do writing, you did something else that's cool too. Way to stick with it. So what I will do is I'm going to close that window. Yep. And I'm going to go through everybody's answers to the question and then go over the progress and wrap it up, and we'll move on. So I have managed to finish editing what chapter? Chapter 7. So I'm definitely getting ahead, which is what I'd like. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep up that momentum because I would like to get further. So that way, when I can go in, make those changes and not be rushed to do it. So that is my progress. While I wait for you guys to share yours, I'm going to go ahead and find the answers to some of these, to this question that I offered. All right, so here's the first one from Kane. Kane says, give them direction. I want to make sure I got everybody. Okay. Give them direction, he says. Yes, I agree. Give them agency. Give them a direction to move into. Something that they want, a motivation, something you can take from them. Make them suffer. Put them in a tree, throw rocks at them, and then set the tree on fire. Mama Ward says, your character doesn't have to suffer every personality trope at once. What book are you thinking about, Mama Ward? Because I don't know that book. Let's see. Hail the Lore says, work on the character's motivation. Agreed. Give them agency. Key says, remember that these are people. They will not stay in neat little boxes you plan for them. The big badass knight will develop an interest in porcelain figures. Your mild-mannered clerk will be a serial killer who does vaudeville on weekends. Roll with it. I had to stare at that. I'm like, words. Barrett says, make them important to the story. Yes. Yes. If you can take the character out of the story, does the story change? That is a key question to ask. Let's see. Jess says, make sure they have something to fight for or work towards, whatever minor character or MC. It's easier to develop the rest of the characters if you know what they want in their life. Yeah, so I know, like, when I did, like, my first book, I had a conversation with my editor about static characters because I had 2 characters in there that were static, and what she told me, and again, this was, like, way back in, like, 2017, way back, many years ago, a decade ago. But the reason she pointed it out is she says, if your main character is not talking to the side character, what are they doing when your main character's not there, right? So absolutely give them something to work towards or be doing that is pertaining to the plot or gives some kind of ripple effect, right? Don't let them just, in their own world, they are the main characters. So think about it that way a little bit. Sky says, make sure your characters have both flaws and virtues to make them more multi-dimensional. That's a good one. I like it. Let's see. Barrett says, chapter 2 outlined and started. Nice. I was in a slump for the past few days. Oh, no. Well, I hope you're feeling better. I'm glad that you were able to do some work with us. I appreciate that. Let's see. Sky says, I finished creating November graphics for the most part. One is dependent on what we dress up for as Halloween, so that's going to have to wait. I mean, fair. Mama Ward says, I'm switching projects. I can only handle so much of the story, and I still don't see how it's a historical romance. You must be talking about what you're reading. Kappa, hello. Thank you so much for joining us today. Better late than never. It's always wonderful to have you here. Let's see. Great tattoos. I plan on getting a few myself. Once you get one, you may get more. It really depends. Last tattoo I got, this one right here. This was the last one I got. And this guy, this mofo, pointed out I had a gap right here. So there is one more tattoo in my future. I don't know what it is yet, but there is one more in my future. I gotta cover up that spot. So I have one over here too. The squirrel and all this other stuff. Yeah, but I gotta fill it in. Maybe I'll fill it up with acorns some more. My family loves acorns. It's like a family symbol thing. Let's see. Mama Worth says dogs barking at the air ambulance heli that just landed at the neighbors, and you can only wonder which one OT this time. Oh my goodness. Like, is that a thing that actually happened, or is that the starting sentence to a book? I'm just gonna... I hope everybody's okay. Let's see. He is right. I want some more myself. Let's see. And then Sky says my next task is going to be a spooky Bulbasaur, and then I need to find an artist for an idea that I have for a half sleeve. Oh. All right. So, on that note, let's go ahead and end it for today. Thank you guys again for coming and spending these last 2 hours with me. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to go off and relax before I go to work tomorrow. So, let's see. Oh, it's chill time. I have things that you can buy if you would like to. I have books. They're all listed down below. I also have like a merch store if you would like to buy some things that's got my Carrowisms on them. For those of you who actually enjoyed the Carrow's Tarot book about tarot cards, all the art that is in the book is actually on Redbubble. So if you want to get a poster or a sticker of that or whatever, that's over there. So let me see, what else am I missing? I don't think I'm streaming with anybody else this week that I know of. Like I checked my calendar, it seems pretty free. So I want to keep it that way. I know you want. I'm working on it, Mama Ward. I'm working on the cards. I promise. I promise I am. I will get there. Um, but yeah, so I'll go ahead and end the stream. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Be blessed. Be happy. Go do a good deed for somebody, and I will talk to y'all again real soon. So I'm going to hit the correct button. I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to wave.